Kate. Thanks very much for that. Good morning to you. US President Joe Biden has called on all American citizens remaining in Ukraine to leave the country immediately due to increased threats of Russian military action. Biden said he would not send troops to rescue Americans if Moscow invades Ukraine. Well, meanwhile, the Defence Secretary Ben Wallace will be holding talks with his Russian counterparts in Moscow later today to try to de-escalate the tensions there. Invasion is imminent, then. Now, there are concerns for the Queen's health after she was in direct contact with Prince Charles, who's tested positive for COVID. Buckingham Palace refused to confirm whether the Queen had tested positive or negative for the virus and insisted that she was not displaying any symptoms of COVID, and there are real worries about how it could affect the Queen. Fully vaccinated travellers will no longer have to test when they enter the UK. The change came in this morning as hundreds of thousands of families prepare to jet off for a sunny half-term break. Well, the easing of restrictions means Gatwick Airport has decided to reopen its South Terminal next month, which has been closed since June 2020, isn't it, planning a half-term break, and also for the travel industry as a whole, of course. Also this morning, COVID passed after a 2-year delay due to the pandemic. The Music Man, starring Hugh Jackman, finally opened on Broadway. It comes as New York State officially scrapped face masks for most businesses after a dramatic fall in COVID cases. Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, was on the red carpet. Good to see it all opening up again, isn't it? Well, listen, we may not have won any awards last night, but I would like to say a big congratulations to my ITV
He'd gone by
then, hadn't I?
Oh, yeah, we
furious. She'd stormed out.
Yeah, I had confidence they were going to win, but unfortunately, having to get up so early this morning, I'd already left by that stage. But I would have been there.
Partying now, though.
Yeah, cheering them on, exactly.
Kate.
I tell you, Jake.
Morning. US President Joe Biden has called on breaking news for you that's come in the last few minutes concerning positive news for the economy. It rebounded in 2021. Gross domestic product grew by 7.5%. That followed a 9.4% fall the previous year. That's according to new data that's just come into us from the Office of National Statistics. It also says GDP grew by 1% in the last 3 months of the year. That's despite being affected by Omicron. The economy contracted 0.2% in December, but remained at pre-pandemic levels from February 2020. So it looks like things are on the up.
Thank you, Charlotte. I think Kate's...
Good morning to you. There are concerns for the Queen's health after she was in direct contact with Prince Charles, who's tested positive for COVID. Buckingham Palace refused to confirm whether the Queen had tested positive or negative for the virus and insisted that she was not displaying any symptoms. Positive for COVID, but real worries because of this contact with the Queen. Now, also this morning, US President Joe Biden has updated on the breaking news that we brought you in the last hour concerning the UK economy figures. They grew by 7.5% last year, and we are hearing that that is a record high for the amount that it has grown. The economy had been recovering strongly at the end of last year. Omicron restrictions did see a drop in that, 0.2% contraction in December. Retail and hospitality sectors were the biggest casualties in that December. We're just hearing that those figures were a record high, 7.5%. The economy grew last year, but it was a record slump the year before of 9.4%. Now, in other news this morning, fully vaccinated travellers will no longer have to test when they enter the UK. The change came in this morning as hundreds of thousands of families prepare to jet off for half-term breaks. Our correspondent, Jonathan, playing yourself. I mean, this is going to be good news for any families jetting off, but also for the travel industry as a whole, isn't it? Now, after a 2-year delay due to the pandemic, The Music Man, starring Hugh Jackman, finally opened on Broadway. It comes as New York State officially scrapped face masks for most businesses after a dramatic fall in COVID cases. Our chief correspondent, Richard Gaisford, was on the red carpet. So there you go. Theatre's back, holidays back, the economy's on the up. It's looking good, isn't it?
Collar's back. It's